We see them pretty much every single day in our parks, on our streets, maybe right outside our windows. But what's wild is that our most familiar neighbors are facing a silent crisis. And as we're about to see, their future is way more connected to our own than you might think.
So let me ask you a question. When was the last time you really stopped and thought about it? I mean, from the sparrows hopping around on the sidewalk to the pigeons in the square, these creatures have these incredibly complex lives and social structures, and it's all unfolding right under our noses.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get to know our avian neighbors a little better. Then we're going to uncover the crisis they're really facing. After that, we'll dive into what we can do to help, right from our own backyards, and how we can broaden that impact. Because ultimately, their future is our future.
All right, let's dive right in. When we think of birds, it's so easy to just focus on their songs or their pretty colors, right? But they are so much more than just scenery. They are, quite literally, essential workers in our ecosystem.
And these roles, they play out all around us. Out in the farm fields, birds are acting as natural pest control. In forests, they'll eat berries and then, well, they carry the seeds far and wide, basically planting the next generation of trees for free. They're just indispensable partners in keeping our whole environment in balance. But here's the thing. These vital partners of ours, they're in trouble. A lot of wild birds are facing this huge, unprecedented crisis, and the primary cause, well, it's us. Our activities are reshaping their world in some really dangerous ways.
I mean, first up is habitat loss. As our cities expand, the forests and green spaces shrink. And this isn't just a loss of nice scenery. It's the total destruction of their homes, their food sources, their nurseries. Have you ever thought, I feel like I see fewer birds around here than I used to? It's probably because their habitat has literally just vanished.
And then you've got the invisible threats, pesticides and chemicals. They don't just kill insects, they poison the entire food chain. So when a bird eats a contaminated bug or some seeds, those toxins just build up in their bodies, messing with their health and their ability to reproduce. I mean, imagine if the food in our own grocery stores was slowly poisoning us. That's the reality for so many birds. Climate change is creating this absolutely devastating timing problem. See, for thousands of years, migratory birds have shown up at their breeding grounds just as their main food source. Caterpillars, hatches. It was perfect timing. But now, warmer springs mean the caterpillars are emerging earlier. So by the time the exhausted birds finally arrive, the all-you-can-eat buffet is over, and there's just not enough food to raise their young. It's heartbreaking. And finally, our plastic waste is turning their world into a minefield. Seabirds especially mistake these little floating plastic bits for food. They fill their stomachs with indigestible junk, and it leads to starvation. They even weave plastic into their nests, which can tragically entangle and kill their own chicks. Okay, I know that all sounds really serious, but it is far from hopeless. The power to make a real difference can start right in our own backyards. We can literally turn our personal spaces into safe havens for birds.
I get it. Facing these huge, large-scale problems can feel overwhelming. But the truth is, there are simple, concrete actions every single one of us can take to help our feathered neighbors not just survive, but thrive.
It all starts with these 3 simple steps. And you don't need a huge garden for this. Even a small balcony can become this vital little oasis. By just providing food, water, and shelter, you're creating a support system that can make a world of difference for local bird populations.
So let's talk about the power of native plants. Things like Japanese bayberry or camellia provide berries that are a crucial food source, especially in the tough winter months. They also offer this dense foliage where birds can rest and hide from predators. You're basically creating a complete, safe habitat for them.
Now, this is a really critical rule for helping birds. Never, ever give them human food. Things we love, like salted nuts, bread, or any snack foods, can be incredibly harmful to them. Instead, you want to stick to simple, natural options like unsalted sunflower seeds or millet. And one more crucial tip. Always keep your feeders and bird baths clean. That helps prevent the spread of disease. Okay, so creating a bird-friendly garden is a fantastic start. Absolutely. But we can scale up our impact by taking these positive actions out into our communities and, society as a whole. You see, our individual choices can have this amazing ripple effect. Reducing your plastic use means less plastic in the ocean for seabirds to accidentally eat.
Supporting organizations that protect habitats, that amplifies your personal effort 100 times over. Every single action, no matter how big or small, it really truly counts.
So, as we start to wrap this up, it's really important to zoom out and understand the deepest connection here. Protecting birds isn't just about charity work, you know? It's about recognizing that their fate is a direct reflection of the health of this planet that we all share. This right here is the core message. You've probably heard that phrase, the canary in the coal mine, right? Well, that is exactly what birds are. When their populations start to decline, it is a crystal clear warning sign that the ecosystem that we all depend on for clean air, for water, for a stable climate, is in serious trouble. So when you get right down to it, helping birds is kind of an act of enlightened self-interest. A world that's safe and healthy for them, with clean habitats, stable food webs, and a balanced climate, is a world that's safe and healthy for us too. A world where birds thrive is just a more beautiful, vibrant, and sustainable world for all of us. So I'll just leave you with this one thought. That sound of birdsong, it's such a fundamental part of our natural world. By taking these small, thoughtful actions today, we can help make sure that those beautiful songs are still heard by generations to come. Our choices today can literally write a better future for our neighbors in the sky.